All right. Just gonna be here for a little bit until and give some of you guys the time to hop into stream so we can start talking about a couple of topics that I actually been wanting to talk. Unfortunately, on Tuesday, for those of you who are not aware, and for those of you out there who do not follow me on Twitter or anything like that, on Tuesday I was not able to do the podcast just because of the simple fact that I had to pay attention. I had to go, and I had to be with my nephew Ethan. For those of you out there who are not aware, Ethan was going through a hard time when it comes to like his health. So it was very tough. It was very tough situation. And I had heard on Tuesday that we had news on him, and that I just wanted to go and see how he was doing, and the great thing about that was the fact that basically everything came out fine. Everything was coming out. Everything is looking very good, when it comes to Ethan. A lot of the things that I was thinking about was very negative, but I don't know. It's just a miracle, dude. It's a miracle, the fact that Ethan is healing the way he is healing. So yeah, man. I had to cancel, obviously, the podcast for Tuesday because of that. I just had to be there. And it's unfortunate because Coloco was going to be my guest on Tuesday, but because this happened, I wasn't able to. To make the podcast. It's unfortunate, but hey, today's Thursday. We're here. We're live, and I'm just gonna wait a couple more minutes for some of you guys to just hop in on the stream so we can start this podcast out. All right, so I'll just give you guys a couple more minutes, man. A couple more minutes to start the podcast. All right. See what we got. And I am sorry about that. All right. Okie doke. All right. Gonna give you guys a couple more minutes before I can start. Some of you may be still working. Some of you, maybe this is not the best time for some of you out there to start a podcast or anything like that. Maybe it's Thursday. Maybe a lot of you have stuff going on right now. So I'll just give you guys a couple more minutes in order for me to start. And we already got a sweet comment from my dude, my guy, Soul Eater. How are you doing, man? How are you doing, Soul Eater? He says happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you too, brother. How are you? All right. Can't wait to hear your opinions on the leak. You were talking about the Super Smash Brothers leak. That's right. I do have my opinions about it, and we're going to be talking about it. But I'm just waiting for a couple more people to hop in, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's very hard to just be, on a live stream, just talking to yourself. There are instances that you may even think that you're crazy because you're just looking at yourself in the screen and there's nobody. You can see like the 0 viewers. So, Julio, mi pana de San Lorenzo, Puerto Rico. What's going on? No, you're not from San Lorenzo. You told me, where did you tell me that you were from, boy? You told me you were from. You told me you were from Caguas. Where? From Caguas? Where exactly are you from, bro? Can you remind me the town that you were from? I know that you're from Puerto Rico because I instantly baptized you as a brother when I when I heard that. You know how it is, man. Every time we see like ourselves, every time I see other Puerto Rican, I'll quickly start talking in Spanish to them because I mean it's kind of like a brotherhood, man. Or even honestly any Hispanic country. Like I just start talking to them in Spanish, and we all have a great time. So yeah, man. Julio is here. Soul Eater is here. There's another person that is here right now. We are 3 viewers. I'm just trying to like I was telling Soul Eater Julio. I'm trying to give a couple more minutes to some people to hop in the live stream, so we can all nerd out and talk together. Again, it may be a hard Thursday for a lot of people, so some people may not hop in. Some people may. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure, but we'll have to see how everything goes. I'll just wait until it's 5. It's not 5. I'm sorry. It's 6:08. It's 6:08. Um, I'm going to give. I'm gonna wait until 6:12 and see if more people hop in. If not, we'll start without the rest of the people. So let me see. You can say, Julio says, you can say that I'm from San Lorenzo. I was born in Caguas, but lives in San Lorenzo. Nope. More people here, the better. Yeah. Well, here's the really interesting thing, Julio. Nobody really, for real, nobody's really born in San Lorenzo. When it comes to Puerto Rico, if you are from San Lorenzo, you're automatically gonna be sent to Caguas in order for you to be born there, because there's no hospital. Well, as far as I'm aware, I don't know if things changed. It could have, but I remember that I came here to the States in 2008. And before I left Puerto Rico, there was no hospital in San Lorenzo that could take care of like pregnant ladies, so they can have babies in there. There wasn't any. They had to go to Caguas in order for them to be able to have babies. So there you go. That's how it was. I don't know. I may be wrong. Are you over there right now, Julio? By the way, like, are you in Puerto Rico right now, or are you here in the States? Are you staying here in the States? And if so, what state are you staying in, man? Um, yeah, let me see. Yeah, 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes, and I'll just start with talking about the podcast. What the topics that we have today? We got a couple topics. Okay, so Julio Torres said, "I'm in Florida. I assume you're probably in Orlando, right? Because that's where most Puerto Ricans hang out, right? In Orlando, or maybe Miami. I'm not sure. I've never been to Orlando, believe it or not. I've been to Miami, and I enjoyed Miami. I don't think I would ever live there, but Miami, for vacation, it's a really nice place. It's a really nice place. The beach is fine. The hotel where I stayed was fine. It was a great experience. The only thing I don't like about Miami is the fact that everything seems to be very far from each other. In here in Richmond, Virginia, everything is very close. Like I got a Walmart that's like 7 minutes away, but then I got another Walmart in a different direction that is basically the same. It's like around 7 minutes away. And GameStops, whoo, there's a GameStop almost in every freaking corner, dude. So Soul Eater says that he got a lot of family in Miami. Yeah, man. And Julio says that he's close to Tampa at Hudson. Gotcha, man. Gotcha, man. I mean, definitely great places to be, great places to visit, great places to be at. It's awesome, dude. Really, really awesome. So, all right, guys, we're gonna start in 1 minute. 6 6:12, and actually it's 6:12 right there. So either Cabana, are you in Richmond? Yeah, I'm in Richmond, Virginia, bro. Yep, Richmond, Virginia, man. That's where I'm at, and that's where I want to stay for for the longest I can. So, anyways, guys, so we got a couple of you here that hopped in the live stream. I really appreciate those of you out there who are right now who are watching me. Not a lot of people today. Like I said, it may be a very hard Thursday. Some of you may still be working. I don't know your lives. I don't know anything, and that's totally fine. You guys can catch on the live stream, after I'm done, because, I upload them automatically when I'm done. And then, of course, you guys can go ahead and check it out. But since we got a couple of people right now, let's talk about a couple of things when it comes to the gaming industry right now, especially Nintendo. So the first thing, guys, that I really, really, really want to get out of I really want to close this chapter, because honestly, I wanted to talk about it on Tuesday. I wanted to talk about it on Tuesday. As I was saying at the beginning of the live stream, I had a situation on Tuesday, with my nephew, and I had to go and check if he was doing fine or not. It turns out that he's doing great. That's awesome. My nephew, this is literally a miracle. I don't know what else made my nephew recover the way he's doing, honestly. I mean, doctors were saying that he was not going to have a normal life, that he was not going to be able, that he was basically going to be vegetable, and he was going to stay in a bed for the rest of his life, until he was gone. It was a very sad thing, and my family and myself had to go through with that. It was tough. It was tough, but that was 3 weeks ago. Now, last Tuesday, I got the news, that they had done some evaluations to my nephew, to Ethan. And guess what? Guess what? He is recovering. And that is awesome, dude. That is so cool that he's recovering. I don't even understand how he's recovering. And the interesting thing about it is that doctors don't really understand how he's recovering either. So what else what else is out there? I'm not trying to force my beliefs on anybody. I'm not trying to say that or anything like that. You believe in whatever you believe, and if you don't believe in anything, or you believe in something else, hey man, I respect your opinion, but holy crap. I mean, that is crazy. Julio Torres says, great news, man. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, Julio. Yeah, it's definitely great news, brother. And let me tell you, bro, I am just so happy that this is just going the way it's going. But yeah, man, let's talk about video games. Let me get this out of my chest first, okay? I was gonna talk about this on Tuesday with Coloco. Coloco was gonna be my guest. Unfortunately, didn't happen on Tuesday. It's not gonna happen today because he's busy. So there you go. But anyways, let's talk about Filip Miucin, okay? So I have given my opinions about Filip Miucin. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably kind of know, if you have been seeing what I've been tweeting out, you kind of know where I stand in this when it comes to Filip Miucin. Filip Miucin is, for those of you who don't know and are watching this stream and don't know who he is, Filip Miucin used to work for IGN. He was caught plagiarizing material from a smaller YouTuber. He was fired from IGN. It was discovered that he had plagiarized a lot of other people. A lot of people that deal with reviews and stuff like that, like people from Nintendo Live and so on, so on. And the guy is basically a plagiarist. And it's crazy because he made a video. He had disappeared, but before he disappeared, he made a video about how it was supposed to be an apology, but it wasn't really an apology. It was just him talking about how basically he was playing the victim. And in that same video, he was challenging the internet, and he was challenging an editor of Kotaku to look for more evidence where he had plagiarized. Well, guess what? That that guy actually did find some more proof that Filip has plagiarized not just the Dead Cells review he plagiarized on IGN, but a lot of other reviews. Filip even plagiarized his own resume in order for him to start working at IGN. It's crazy. It's a big, 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 big mess. It's a big, big mess. Coloco is my homie too. Julio Torres, yeah, bro. Coloco is my boy. Coloco is my boy. Heck yeah, he was gonna be a guest, but you know what happened happened. But he's gonna be a guest pretty soon. So you guys, if you want to see him, stay tuned. But anyways, going back to Filip Miucin, I had not given so much my opinions on it. So yeah, so that's what happened with him. So he made that video. People got enraged. People didn't want to see Filip Miucin. People wanted Filip Miucin to disappear out of YouTube. And that's what he did. Filip disappeared. And then out of nowhere, you know, at the same time, it happened. I don't remember the exact day that it happened, but I remember that I was doing a podcast. And then when I was done with the podcast, I went on Twitter and I saw some YouTubers, some content creators that had posted about Filip coming back. I thought it was a joke. I thought it wasn't real. So I went in there and I clicked on that link that some people shared, and I saw that Filip was back. And the first thing that I thought before the video even started was, Filip is going to apologize correctly this time, hopefully. Well, guess what? Filip did not apologize for crap. Filip didn't apologize, man. Filip didn't apologize. It was just a video of him talking of him just reviewing some sort of headsets for the Nintendo Switch. And he didn't apologize. He didn't say anything. Okay. Then I saw, you know, I started finding out. I started posting on Twitter a lot of crazy things. I started saying, you know, how Filip was being accepted and all that. And then somebody pointed out that he actually did make an apology. And when I saw the apology was basically just, it's a damn, KK Glade X. How you doing, brother? Yo, what's going on, brother? I hope you're doing fine, man. Thank you for coming to the stream. And he says that it's a damn shame what he did. I don't think anything YouTube related bought me out more for this year. Yeah, man, it bumped me out too. I was I'm not gonna say that I was a big fan of Filip, but I did respect him. I was never a big fan of him in NVC because I feel like Jose Otero was just so loved that it was just very hard to fill up his shoes, you know. And Filip just didn't seem to be suited for it. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, the thing is that Filip did make an apology in the comment section of his latest video. People didn't take that lightly. I didn't take it lightly. Nobody took it lightly. I actually was one of the only people that liked the video. And I didn't like the video just because of the simple fact that I support the fact that he's back without an apology. I just liked the video because I think that his editing was good and the video as a whole was good. The problem is that he didn't apologize, and that really did upset me. So a lot of people that talk about Filip and all of that, and I'm just gonna leave it at this, and you know, just continue with today's topics, because I feel like the Filip topic is dead and all that, but I just want to close this out. What bothers me about the fact of Filip coming back is the fact that he didn't apologize bothers me. But what bothers me the most is that people, even some big content creators that I'm not going to drop names over here, if you go to the comment, well, not now because they actually deleted some of their comments. Some of these content creators were actually welcoming Filip with open arms, without any apology, after, without him making any good apology or anything like that. And they were welcoming him. Welcome back, brother. Welcome back. No, you can't support that. You can't support it like that. You can't let people see that you are associating with Filip if he hasn't made a proper apology. And I got really disappointed with a lot of content creators, man. I really did, because it really showed their true colors. And let me tell you, I'm not trusting a lot of content creators anymore when it comes to like big content creators, you know. And you know what happened? Some of those big content creators that I actually comment on Filip Miucin's newest video, welcoming him back, when they saw that Filip's chip was getting fired, not getting fired, when the ship of Filip coming back caught on fire again because people were pissed at him for not apologizing. You know what all those big YouTubers did? They deleted their comment. They did not stick to their word. It was just like, oh my God, let's welcome Filip back. Maybe people will accept him. Welcome back, Filip. People got pissed. And you know what happened? Those people who were welcoming Filip back, you know what they did? They deleted their comment. Those big YouTubers, they deleted their comments. I'm not going to name drop them. I'm not going to, mess them up in any way, shape, or form. Because if you guys enjoy their content, you guys should keep supporting their content. Because let me tell you, I'm a small YouTuber and I struggle with getting subscribers. I will admit that. And let me tell you, and when I lose one of you guys, it feels, bro, I feel it right here. I wouldn't want that to happen to anybody if they're putting a lot of their heart and soul. I can tell you it's hard. And it's been very hard for me. I'm blessed that I have a lot of you guys that support me already. I really am. But it's very, very hard, when it comes to like getting subscribers. Every single one of you matters. It doesn't matter if it's one that I lose. It doesn't matter if it's one that they lose. Every single one of you guys make a difference. And that's what matters. Anyways, let's go to the comment section. All right, so Jugs McGee, welcome to the live stream, bro. You're a little late, man. I was expecting you to be here at 6 p.m. I was expecting you to be here at 6 p.m. But you know what? It doesn't matter, my boy. What matters is that you are here. Let's see. All right, so KK Glade X says, I'm doing great. I was listening to Spawnwave, and OJ mentioned he might face legal implications if he admits his guilt to plagiarism. It could lead to IGN and others having proof of for suing it. And yeah, I agree with that. Which is why I'm not gonna get so much into Filip anymore, because I feel like everybody said what it had to be said, but I had to express my personal feelings too. So we are moving on from that. Chariotman Gaming, the Cabana member of the month, is in the house, and he's going to be here at the Cabana Podcast pretty dang soon. How soon? Like next weekend soon. There you go. Oh man. Andres Restart is another one of my guys. He's one of my new friends, man, on YouTube. I was on his podcast last Monday, and we had a lot of fun. His podcasts are normally 2 hours, and you know how long we stayed on? We stayed on for 4 hours, 4 freaking hours, man, and that was crazy. That was great. That means that's something good. That means there's some sort of chemistry between all of us over there. All right, man. So Jugs McGee, I'm editing my video, so I'll be in and out of the live stream. I'll throw my 2 cents when I can. Jugs McGee, listen, man, I'm in the middle of editing a video right now. I know how it feels, brother. I know how it feels. So if you have to go, then, you're more than welcome. If you want to stay. I really appreciate that, man. Julio Torres, we all make mistakes. We can accidentally believe fake news, but going as far as crediting it is too far. Followers trust you. Andres Restart, it was a good time, bro. Yeah, bro, it was great. It was a great time. Andres and Julio are talking right now, man. Yeah, thank you guys for joining in, man. Thank you guys. You guys, I thought I was gonna stay at 0 viewers, but hey, you guys made it in, so we got a pretty good number now. Thank you so much, man. All right, so let's start talking about the first topic about today. You know what the first topic we're going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about Super Smash Brothers. Yes, we're going to be talking about Super Smash Brothers and the recent leaks that had come out. So a lot of you, I don't know how much a lot of you hang out on Twitter. I know that Andres Restart don't hang out a lot on Twitter. I know that for a fact. My boy Andres, he doesn't. But hey, he's still on top of it, man. He's still on top of it. You guys should go to his channel and check out what Andres did when it comes, what he talked about when it comes to Super Smash Brothers. So there's a lot of things when it comes to Super Smash Brothers, to talk about. Very interesting things. And what I'm referring to, of course, I'm referring to the most recent leak that we got when it comes to like Super Smash Brothers. Now, this is a leak that needs to be taken with a grain of salt. This is not confirmed or anything like that. We got a leak that showed an image of all the characters from Super Smash Brothers. And they showed different images. Oh man, I wish Streamlabs OBS was working on me so I could show it to you guys better. But a lot of you guys probably already know about this, about the image that shows that there's a spot for Ken, for Banjo, for Shadow, for Isaac from Golden Sun, for Mac Rider, the Chorus Kids, and even Gino. And I have to say, this is promotional. These are some promotional pictures. How real are they? Well, I think the fact that we're talking about all this, the fact that we're talking about, we're asking ourselves whether this is real or it's not real. It's really because we don't know. We don't know if this is real or not. But I have a feeling that this is somewhat real. I think that for some reason, this really looks like it's real to me. Why do I think it's real? Well, there's no reason. There's not a clear reason of why I think it's real. But this is not a 4chan leaker or anything like that. This is actually somebody that is, this is actually a source that is putting out these pictures and that is talking about all this information that we already know about. A very good point that Andres Restart actually made in in a comment that I left in his Super Smash Brothers leaks video was the fact that we have to look at all the past evidence regarding all of these characters. And when you check a lot of that evidence, like in the past, like for example, like Sakurai wanting to have Gino in Super Smash Brothers, things like that. It does really make a lot of sense. Shadow is we already kind of have evidence on the fact that Shadow is a very good fit for Super Smash Brothers, and not only that, but also the fact that he will more than likely be in Super Smash Brothers as a character that you can use. How do we know that? Well, the fact that he was replaced with Knuckles as an assist trophy is a very, 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 very good hint on the fact that we are going to get him as a playable character. So Shadow is something that a lot of us saw coming. Isaac from Golden Sun, he used to be an assist trophy. And we all know Golden Sun, and we know that a lot of us, that Isaac is one of the characters that have been asked for a while. For those of you who have not played Golden Sun, it's basically a franchise that mainly came in the Game Boy Advance. It's a turn-based RPG, very good, very awesome. If you have a Game Boy Advance and don't have Golden Sun, I recommend you to go ahead and get it because they're very good games. And I do really think that Isaac is a very good character in order for him to be in Super Smash Brothers. I just hope that because there's so many characters with swords, that he's not really an echo fighter of anybody. I just hope that he's his own character, which I'm pretty sure that he will, because there's some abilities that Isaac has that not a lot of other characters can actually share. So there you go. Who is S? The Chorus Kids. The Chorus Kids are from, I believe, is from a franchise called Rhythm Heaven that is also published by Nintendo. I'm not sure if it's a Nintendo. Yeah, I think it's a Nintendo exclusive. I think it's a Nintendo exclusive franchise. Rhythm Heaven, I believe it is. Yeah, I think we are. I think they're from that game. But the Chorus Kids have been rumored for a while, guys. The Chorus Kids have been rumored for a while, and we know also that Sakurai is a very big fan of them. So the fact that they've been rumored for a while, and you have Sakurai, the fact that he loves the Chorus Kids and all of that, it's a really, really, really good hint that we could even have them in there as well. Another character that they spoke about, Mac Rider. I don't know who that is. I don't know who Mac Rider is. Is that how you? Yeah, Mac Rider. So let me do a little bit of research when it comes to Mac Rider, man. Mac Rider. Those of you, do you guys know out there? Do you guys know out there who Mac Rider is? I don't know, man. I don't know. I never played any of those games. Anyways, whoever Mac Rider is, okay. I can't give much of an opinion right now when it comes to that. Isaac, I already talk about. I talk about Shadow. Ken Masters. Ken Masters is actually my favorite Street Fighter character. So for those of you out there who didn't know, I do play Street Fighter. I'm a very, very good Street Fighter player. I love Street Fighter. And Ken Masters is always my number one character. I love Ken Masters. I think he's a great character. But when it comes to Smash Brothers, do I really want to see somebody like Ken in it? I'm not sure. But at this point, I don't really care that much. The character that I wanted to be in there, my boy, King K. Rool, made it. So whatever character comes in to Super Smash Brothers now, I'm fine with it. I really am fine with it. And if Ken Masters makes it to the game, that's fine too. I do think that he's going to be an enhanced Echo Fighter. What do I mean by that? Well, I think that you know how Ryu has, the Hadoukens. He does more the Hadoukens. The Hadoukens are basically his specialty. And then he has two finishing moves in Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U, which is the Shinkun Hadouken, and then he has the Shoryuken also. I think that what they're going to do with Ken is that they're going to give him some special effects, so he can have the fire every time he does a Shoryuken, and he's probably going to do more damage when it comes to. I'm sorry, guys, I don't really know the name of the spinning kick that. I know the name, but it's so long I don't even remember. I just know it as. That's how I know it as. I don't even know how to call it, dude. It's a very long name. So he'll probably do more damage than Ryu when it comes to the Shoryuken and when it comes to like the spinning kick and all those type of things. His finishing move, it may be just a Shoryuken of some sort. I'm not sure what to say about that. Or maybe, who knows? He probably is not an Echo Fighter. But then at the same time, how are you not going to make Ken Masters as an Echo Fighter? I mean, come on. He's the same thing as Ryu, but with a red costume. I mean, how would that even work? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Okay, so Gino, we know that we had Gino as a costume in Super Smash Brothers for Wii U, and I know that another thing is that Sakurai have been wanting to put him in Super Smash Brothers. We all know that. But let's remember the fact that Gino is a Square Square Enix character. What does that mean? Well, that means that it's a third party. Does that matter at this point in the Super Smash Brothers series? Nah, it really doesn't. In fact, I'm surprised that he hasn't made it, to Super Smash Brothers yet. I mean, we got other characters like Cloud in Super Smash Brothers that can, that are basically like Square Enix as well. So the fact that Gino makes it to Super Smash Brothers, to me, is not very surprising. Because, like we said, we know that Square Enix and Nintendo, they're making, they have deals going on. And I'm pretty sure, like I said, and I'm pretty sure that Gino is not out of the possibility. I mean, Square Enix is not doing anything with him either. So why not see him in Super Smash Brothers? Oh, and he's very requested. He's very requested by fans as well. So there you go. Now, boys, now, the character that is really causing a lot of impact and it's really causing a lot of people to talk about this leak is none other than Banjo and Kazooie. All right, Banjo and Kazooie. So a lot of people really got their mind blown when they saw this leak because they saw Banjo and Kazooie on it. And a lot of them started saying, how is this possible? How can Banjo and Kazooie be in Super Smash Brothers? Is this something that is, I mean, how can this be? Well, I've always stated that I don't think it's impossible, right? I don't think that having Banjo and Kazooie is impossible for a couple of reasons. Reason number one is Phil Spencer had already mentioned in the past that Banjo and Kazooie would be a very good fit in Super Smash Brothers. He's already mentioned this before, and he's already stated that if Nintendo would like Banjo and Kazooie to be in Super Smash Brothers, that they can always sit down and talk and make a deal. So I guess at that point was up to Nintendo, when it comes to approaching Microsoft and asking for permission to use Banjo and Kazooie. But Banjo and Kazooie have been characters that Microsoft are actually willing to let Nintendo borrow. So to me, to a lot of people, it may be surprising, but to me, it's not really that crazy for us to see a Banjo and Kazooie in Super Smash Brothers. A lot of people say, "Well, we've never seen a first party character to be in Super Smash Brothers, like from a company that develops hardware, like Sony or even Microsoft, right?" But I feel like Microsoft is more open to the idea, of let some of their characters, especially Banjo, because Banjo was born in a Nintendo console, in the Nintendo 64, right? So I feel that it's not out of the ordinary. I know that myself and Andre's Restart, who was just in the comment section, when on Monday when we made the podcast, we were talking about the possibilities of the different characters in Super Smash Brothers, and I did say it over there. I don't think Banjo is out of the ordinary. I'm pretty sure that honestly, if he makes it, everybody will be surprised, but not me. Not me. I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, I am more than happy of whatever character to come to Super Smash Brothers at this point. I got my main, and he's gonna be named, and I mean, gonna be named. What the hell? He is named King K. Rool. Okay, that's the character I wanted. King K. Rool. I got him, and that's totally fine. And I'm okay with whatever other character wants to come to Super Smash Brothers, except for what's his name? The Minecraft guy, the Steve. I think it's his name. Minecraft Steve. I don't know what his name is. Please no, not that. If we actually get that and we don't get Banjo, people are really gonna rage. That's for sure. Because we know that we have Minecraft on Nintendo Switch, right? So, and it's very popular. Minecraft on Nintendo Switch is selling a whole lot, but we don't want to see Minecraft Steve or whatever his name is. in there. We really don't. Let's go to the comment section, guys. Let's go to the comment section. I see that some of you have actually commented and stuff like that. Wait. I just saw a comment from somebody that I just never expected to see here in the live stream. Wait. Is this you? And Miucin? Are you for real? Did you really come to my live stream? Did you really come to my live stream? I could, consider me mind blown. Really? And what did you say? I haven't checked out the leaks. Is plug in? I listen, guys. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The reason why I'm making such a big deal about Anne being in my live stream is because me and her have spoke, for a couple of times and stuff like that. And she's like a ghost. She knows she is my main source. And I will say it here. Don't be embarrassed or anything like that if you're still watching the live stream. You are one of my main sources of entertainment when it comes to Twitter. Every time I see a tweet of you or something like that, I just bust out laughing because you are hilarious. You have to be one of the most hilarious people on Twitter. I swear to God. And then to make matters worse, she's kind of like a ghost. She comes in, she comments in some of my on some of my tweets, and then she vanishes. She disappears. And then she reappears, and then she comments, and then she leaves. And that's how she is. And then one or some random day, I just get a message from her. Hey, it's crazy, man. But she's great, man. And I'm telling you, she's awesome. She's great stuff, man. She is awesome. I really, really hope she was more often on Twitter and stuff like that. But man, I focus so much on you, Anne, and these people just keep commenting. These peeps of mine just keep commenting and stuff like that. So let me see what some of the other guys say. It's from NES. Andres Restart is having a really lovely conversation over there. I definitely want Skull Kid. Soul Eater says, I don't know if I want Skull Kid, man. I don't know. I mean, if he comes at this point, like I said, I don't mind anymore. I don't mind. Whoever comes. Yeah, Golden Sun needs a revival. Well, let me tell you this, brother. Glade. Listen, if he does come to Super Smash Brothers, there is a chance that there may be a revival. Kind of like what they did with Kid Icarus, right? We had Pit introducing Super Smash Brothers Brawl, and then they made a game, Kid Icarus Uprising, right? So maybe this could be the same thing if it turns out that Isaac is actually a character, we could definitely see that happening. All right. So Jugs McGee, yeah, it's an overdue revival. Yep, it really is. I really want to see another Golden Sun game, man. I really do. I really, really do. Still hoping for Rex and Pyra as a DLC. Yeah, I think Rex and Pyra at this point are going to be DLC. I don't think it's going to be anything that is going to be in the main game. Hopefully they're there, and if I can change I mean, I've said this before, but my God, I really hope there is an option for you to change languages when it comes to characters, because I want to have Super Smash Brothers in Japanese the whole time, just in case I get to fight somebody that uses Rex, because I cannot stand his voice in English. I mean, with all due respect to the voice actors, I really can't stand Rex's voice in English. Oh my God. Anne, LOL. Yeah, am I supposed to not be here? Well, no, you can be here all you want. You can be here all you want. I really want you to be here. I secretly really wanted you very bad to be here because I wanted to interact, this way with you. But, it's like one of those things that I really wasn't expecting you, to be here. I mean, you are a busy individual, and I know that. And I know that, you don't get to log in a lot on Twitter, and I don't get to see a lot of you on Twitter or anything like that because you are busy, and I don't know. I just wanted you to chill, man. I'm really not. I really like to talk to people, and you are an individual that I really like to talk to a lot. So I really wanted to see you around here. So there you go. So there we go. You don't, and you don't know it, but I'm always creeping on you. Oh no. Oh, don't say that. Please, Anne, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. I make some stupid tweets sometimes. I know that. I really know that. But sometimes I really think that there's some tweets that I make that may seem like I'm looking up for fights and stuff like that regarding Nintendo. But trust me, sometimes there's certain people that deserve it. And yeah, like right now, we're going to go to the next topic. The next topic that we're going to be talking about is going to be Dark Souls Remastered. And here's you're going to see now and why I really do, call out some people. So let me take a look at the comment section before starting the topic of Dark Souls Remastered, and we'll go ahead and start. All right. So, okay. So we don't have anything. So we don't have much new. We just have Andre, my boy Andre Restart, having a really nice conversation in the chat. This is what I really like. This is why I like doing lives, man. Because you guys get to interact with each other. You guys get to know each other. I get to talk to you guys. We get to talk about different topics. This is the awesome thing about talking about lives. I mean, about doing, like live streams and having the podcast being, live. So there you go. Anyways, let's talk about Dark Souls Remastered and all the issue that was going on because of two specific people that made the false advertisement thing with Dark Souls Remastered a trend. So, and why are you making, and please, Anne, I don't really want to roast. Oh man. Okay, well, I have to mention them. If I'm gonna talk about Dark Souls Remaster, I have to mention them. I have to mention who started this. Okay, I'm going to mention it. I'm gonna try to be as nice as I can because I don't want you guys to see me as a mean individual, because I really am not, man. I try to be as happy as I can. I mean, today I had a very stressful day, dude. I really did. But you know what? You can't notice that, right? No, but I try not to show that because I don't want to spread negativity, man. There's too much negativity out there, and I don't want to be a source of negativity as well, right? So, but anyways, when it comes to like Dark Souls Remastered, so Dark Souls Remastered, all right, so Dark Souls Remastered for the Nintendo Switch, right? I am not a technical expert. I admit that, a lot of people just like to go and see Digital Foundry and try to compare specs of games versus other games or remasters with old versions of games. And apparently, I don't know if this is what Nintendo Prime and Super Metal Dave did or anything like that. But Nintendo Prime made a video saying that Dark Souls Remastered was not really a remaster and that Bandai Namco was just doing false advertisement for the game on the Nintendo Switch. A little after Nintendo Prime did that, Super Metal Dave I guess he felt comfortable enough to make a video about it as well. So, so I guess he felt comfortable enough to make a video about it. I was on a freaking Twitter war with, not so much with Nintendo Prime, because I feel like Nintendo Prime. Okay, so Nintendo Prime, I exchanged tweets with Nintendo Prime, and I was just telling him how he was wrong about it. And then Super Metal Dave, I feel like Super Metal Dave was the person who kept going back and forth about this whole situation. I think, guys, listen, I am nobody to say what really is how much improvement a game needs in order for it to be a remaster. I don't. I'm really not that type of person. Like, I don't know. Like, if you take a game, let's say like The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, right? Yeah, and the one from the Wii U that got released, the Twilight Princess HD. Can I consider that as a remaster version? In my opinion, yes, I consider it a remaster because it's HD. You know, there are improvements, you know, graphically, and there's other improvements in the game. I don't own the game, but from what I've seen, an improvement over the other one that we had prior, right? If you take a game like the Wind Waker, right, like the Wind Waker HD that came out on the Nintendo Wii U, I do consider it to be a remaster because, you know, it got a lot of improvements over the previous Wind Waker game that we saw on the Nintendo GameCube. Um, I mean, there's so many other games that have been remastered and have been redone and all of that you can consider remasters. I don't own a lot of remasters, but Dark Souls Remastered is actually one of the games that I do own for the Nintendo Switch. I do own the 360 version, and I tested it myself. I let my brother, with his Nintendo Switch, put my Dark Souls card on his Nintendo Switch, and we got two TVs. I mean, he has two TVs in his bedroom. So I got next to him. I started playing the Xbox 360 version because he has way too many systems. He has way too many consoles, and he has some plugged in one TV, and he has some others plugged in other TVs. And I was playing the 360 version, and he was playing the Nintendo Switch version, and we were both playing them on TV. So he was not playing it, handheld or anything. And the Nintendo Switch one looked better. It looked a lot better. It looked more crisp. Graphically, it looked way better. It also seems smoother in the frame rate, especially when you go from area to area. When I was playing the Xbox 360 version, the frame rate would drop a lot. I can't go into specifics and say how many frames it dropped, but I did see the Nintendo Switch, when you go from one area to the other area in Dark Souls, I did see a lot of smoothness in there. But the 360 version, no. Does that make the 360 version of Dark Souls a bad game? Absolutely not. I mean, I enjoyed the heck out of it back in the day when I played it for the first time. But to go out and start saying that Dark Souls Remastered is not a real remaster in the Nintendo Switch, it's kind of silly because there are a lot of improvements, made to the Nintendo Switch version of Dark Souls Remastered. And there's a lot more features that are included in Dark Souls Remastered for the Nintendo Switch over the Xbox 360 version. The only thing about the Nintendo Switch version of Dark Souls that I can say that is not as good is the sound. Why? I don't understand why. I mean, I don't understand why. I really don't. Maybe just because of the fact, because I don't know. I'm not going to get technical about it because I don't know much about the technicality of the Nintendo Switch or anything like that. Hell, maybe even Super Metal Dave and maybe even Nintendo Prime know more about it than I do, right? But the truth about it is that I do consider it to be a remaster. I do consider it to be a remaster because even if the audio is not as good as the prior version, still there's so much improvements in the actual game itself that it's good enough to be considered to consider it a remaster. That's just my opinion, right? Like I said, I'm nobody to say how much improvement there needs to be in a game in order for it to be considered a remaster. I am not an individual that can tell you that. But, I do consider that Dark Souls Remastered on the Nintendo Switch has enough improvement to be considered a remaster. Now, so I guess when it comes to, in terms of that, if Super Metal Dave 64 and Nintendo Prime want to consider Dark Souls Remastered to not have as much improvement to be considered a remaster, that's fine. You know what? I'm gonna be nice and I'm gonna say that's okay. All right, that's all right. If they don't consider it a remaster, that's fine. But don't go out and don't start making videos and don't start claiming that Bandai Namco false advertised Dark Souls Remaster on the Nintendo Switch. Okay? Don't do that because they are not false advertising for that. Okay? They're not really false advertising for that. They let us know way back then that Dark Souls like the frame rate that Dark Souls Remaster was going to run at, they let us know, that it was going to be 1080p. They gave us all this information ahead of time. Listen, what drives me crazy is that back then nobody said anything about it. Super Metal Dave 64 didn't say anything about it. Nintendo Prime didn't say anything about it, right? They didn't say anything about it back then. But now, when the game releases, for some reason, this is just not good. It's not that good of a remaster for me. And you want to know the funniest thing about this whole thing? You want to know the funniest thing about the whole situation? Is the fact that Nintendo Prime doesn't even own the game. So he's basically talking out of what he heard, probably from Digital Foundry or whatever. He doesn't own the game. I was going to watch his video and see what his points were. But when he began and he started saying, well, guys, I played. I heard that Dark Souls for the Nintendo Switch is very fun, but I've never played it. I actually don't own it. I stopped right there. I stopped watching his video right there. I was like, wait, I'm not even gonna watch it. Because if you haven't even played the game and you're already talking, you're already giving out an opinion like that, I'm not going to take you serious. How am I going to take you serious? How am I going to take you serious? How am I going to talk about, I don't know, how am I going to talk about this guy of 5 complete if I don't own the game? If I never even touched it? Actually, that's a fact. I never even touched this game. I have a lot of games I haven't even touched, guys. I was actually showing the other day, Andre's Restart, that I still have games that are completely sealed. Look at that. They're completely sealed. I haven't even opened this game, bro. Look. I haven't even opened it. All right? So, there's a lot of games I haven't even played. But how am I going to give you an opinion about a game that I haven't even played? I can't base off an opinion out of other people's opinion. That's not how it works. You try it, and you try to see, and if you enjoy it, and if you consider it to be a much of an improvement over the previous versions, then go ahead and do that. That's fine. If you don't consider it, if you don't think it's that much of an improvement, well, that's fine. But don't go out and start saying, well, this company is false advertising. They're just false advertising because I don't consider it to be that much of a remaster. Well, that's your opinion. That's your opinion, right? That's your opinion. If you don't consider that, if you don't consider Dark Souls Remastered to be much of a remaster for the Nintendo Switch, that's totally your opinion. That's fine. You can go ahead and not consider it like that. But go ahead and try to sue Bandai Namco for it. And you tell me what they're gonna tell you. I'll tell you right ahead of time in order for you to not have to spend on lawyers. They're gonna call you crazy. There you go. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna call you crazy. So there you go. Anyways, let's go to the comment section and let's see what we have. What we have going on in the comment section, guys. All right. So, and we're going to start with you because I like you better than ever. No, I'm joking. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. I love you guys all the same, man. You guys are awesome. The fact that you're here and you're watching this live stream and you're hearing me rant like this, that really means a lot. But I'm going to start with Anne, all right? Yeah, Twilight Princess is a remaster. I consider Dark Souls as a remaster as well. Well, yeah, and I mean, I feel like the remastered title on games works a lot as a marketing tool more than anything, you know. Because when you take a look at Twilight Princess for the Nintendo Wii U, it is a remaster. It does have a lot of enhancements, but it's still the same game, you know. But it had, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, I don't think there's any more improvements, but the actual graphics being in HD, you know? So I feel like the HD in titles, the remaster is more of a selling point than anything else because there's no standard. There's no standard of how much improvement a game needs to have in order for it to be a remaster. So if you think that Twilight Princess is a remaster, yeah, that's good. I consider it a remaster too. That's my opinion. And I do consider Dark Souls Remaster a remaster. Whether Super Metal Dave and Nintendo Prime consider it or not. Julio Torres. If the game's quality looks the same is a reboot, same glitches. But if you can obviously notice the improvement in the video, the sound, and you notice some glitches that are fixed, then it's a remaster. Well, I don't know I'm not sure what you mean by a reboot, to tell you the truth. I mean, maybe there is a term that is called reboot, right? And maybe I'm not informed, but what I know as a reboot is, like, let's say Crash Bandicoot, right? Let's say that I'm the developer of Crash Bandicoot, and I say, I'm going to reboot this game. I'm going to make the same 3 Crash Bandicoots games, but I'm going to, like, let's say, change the story. You know, I think that's a reboot. You know, how do I say? What else can I compare? Like, have you guys? I don't know if you guys are a fan of horror movies, but you guys remember the Friday the 13th movie that came out not that long ago? That was a reboot. You know, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm a horror film fan, by the way. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 2003. That was a reboot, you know, because it doesn't really follow the original from 1974 or anything like that. It's just, you know, its own thing. You know, it's reintroducing the brand, you know. That basically, for me, that is a reboot. but there may be a term that I'm not aware of, my guy. So you may be right. If there is a term, of course, that I'm the reboot term. If I'm you know what I mean, right? All right. So we got Charvion, theorist. Hi, man. What's going on, Charvion? How are you doing? Thank you for coming to the stream, my boy or girl. You have a picture of a girl there, so you could be either or, right? But thank you for coming to the stream. Oh, also, guys, don't forget. I know that a lot of you guys know this. It's pretty obvious, and I don't do it a whole lot. But maybe I should start doing it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, man. If you also like the live stream and you like hanging out with me, just hit the like button, man. And that really helps a whole lot when it comes to the channel, man. I'm a new YouTuber, and I really want to focus a lot on doing YouTube videos. So if your subscription and your support really, really, really does help a whole lot. So thank you so much for being here, Charvion. So Eater, other than the sound compression, I agree with you. Yeah, I will say that. I mean, for some reason, the sound is not as great, but I mean, still, with everything else being as improved as it is, I consider it to be a remaster. That's just me, right? Did Bandai's Andre's Restart says exactly. Did Bandai Namco sue them? No, they didn't sue them, but they didn't sue Super Metal Dave or Nintendo Prime. No, they didn't. But I'm just saying that if Super Metal Dave and Nintendo Prime would have sued Bandai Namco for false advertisement, guess who's gonna lose that? I bet you it's not gonna be Bandai Namco. That's for sure. All right, so we got Soul Eater. Nintendo Prime is trying to get them views. I'm not gonna judge anybody over that, my brother. Maybe, maybe not. I just know that I wouldn't be as controversial to try to get views. You know what I'm saying? I can talk about controversial topics. Sure, I don't have a problem with that. But I wouldn't make a video, as controversial as that, or try to create some sort of trend, which is what they were creating. And that's the guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's what kills me with bigger YouTubers. That a lot of times, because they have a large amount of people following them, they actually, how do I say this? A lot of times, viewers tend to believe some bigger YouTubers because of their view counts and because of their subscriber base. Because if they see that, when they see that, they say, if there's a lot of people following this guy, and there's a lot of people that see him, there's probably a lot of legitimacy. Did I even say that right? I'm sorry. They're probably legit, So they tend to follow a lot of their opinions and stuff like that. And a lot of people, let's just be honest, they're just lazy and they don't create their own opinion. I saw a guy saying how he felt robbed about Dark Souls Remastered, on the Nintendo Switch, on Nintendo Prime's video. Really? Like, did you even own the Xbox 360 and compared it like I did? I suggest anybody out there who doubts that Dark Souls Remastered on the Nintendo Switch, it's not a remaster. I really encourage you to compare it with the 360 version, because you are going to see improvements. You are. So, except for the sound. I agree with the sound. The sound, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened with the sound. It's not as good. But it has so much improvement that I do consider it to be a remaster. So, let's see. And a remaster is a technical term. But you're right. It's also used for a marketing tool. Yeah, I think so too. And yeah, you're right. It's also a technical term. Yeah, I totally agree with you. So Andres restart. Rebooting is starting over. Yep. Totally agree. Totally agree about that, my guy. Yo, give it up for Mr. Switch. Mr. Switch is on the chat. Mr. Switch, how are you doing, buddy? How are you doing? You're late. You're late, brother. And let me tell you, I'm so pissed at you. I am so pissed at you. No, I'm joking, Mr. Switch. No, man, you're a busy guy. I see what you do, brother. I see what you do, and I know that you're busy. And the fact that it doesn't matter when you came, if you came later or if you came earlier, the fact that you're here and you're saying, hey, man, I'm here, that's what matters to me. So thank you very much, brother. Okay. So, characteristically, Mr. Switch, man. Oh, man. I already talked about that. Brother. So you may want to go and check out as soon as I'm done with the live stream. Oh, my mouth is so dry. That's embarrassing. Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, as soon as I'm done with the live stream, you can go ahead and check it out. And I'll talk about the leak, and you'll see that I talk about the leak characters. So let's see, who else do we got here? Julio Torres. Hey man, I got invited to play Smash. We practicing on for December. Great stream. Cuídate, hermano. Cuídate tú también, brother. Cuídate tú también y cuidadito por ahí, cuidadito por allá. Okay? Okay? Okay. And it's December. December is Christmas. And you know, my boy, let me tell you guys, there's no Christmas like in Puerto Rico. So Julio, I hope that you take your trulla, you don't let your traditions down or anything like that, because let me tell you, man, that's what's up. Going from house to house. Well, here in the United States, you're a creep. If you do that, if you go house to house with your parranda and shit, you know, in Christmas and all that, you're considered to be a creep and a maniac. But if you happen to go to Puerto Rico to Christmas, you know what to do, my boy. You know what to do. Anyways, let's see. Let's keep on going, scrolling with the comment section. I remember when Game Theory finally shared their thoughts on the Breath of the Wild placement. I haven't seen that Andres restart. So Mr. Soul Eater says, Mr. Switch, you got a Twitter? Yeah, Mr. Switch has a Twitter. You can, Soul Eater, just go to my Twitter and just see the people who I'm following. You should be able to find Mr. Switch there. He does have a Twitter. He does. And I see a lot of what he posts. So oh man, Mr. Switch is my boy, man. Mr. Switch is my boy. Mr. Switch is my Actually, I just noticed this, but I just noticed this, and I'm going to give a shout out. Thank you so much to Shervion. Thank you so much, Shervion, for giving me a subscription. Thank you so very much. That really means a lot, man. That really means a lot. When I get a subscription, I get super excited. Let me tell you. When I see the YouTube icon on my phone and I scroll down just to see what it is, and I see new subscriber, I go like, oh, yeah, boy. Who's the boy, huh? Do it. Just do it. No, I'm joking. But thank you very much, Sharvia. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much for the subscription. That really means a lot. Soul Eater, thank you, hermano. I'll check. Yeah, man, just check. Mr. Switch is a cool guy, man. He's very positive. He's a very positive, family-friendly channel. So, yeah, you're gonna enjoy him. Mr. Switch does a lot of live streams. Basically, that's what it is. At least that's where I see him from. What I see from him every time that I check for, because I really like to. Because a lot of people that I'm subscribed for, I really like to go, to my subscribers and see what's up with them. I really like to support my people, the people that I've subscribed to. And let me tell you, I mean, there's, like I said, there's the Mr. Every time I see Mr. Switch, he's just live streaming, playing Mario Kart, Mario Party, or what's that other game he was playing? He was playing a lot of Starlink Battle for Atlas, which I haven't played the game yet. So I haven't played the game yet, so I know that's kind of embarrassing. But guys, look. Remember when I showed you this? Remember that I showed you that I have games that are still sealed? I'm not joking. Starlink Battle for Atlas is one of those games that is still sealed. So I haven't opened it. So yeah, guys. Well, guys, I mean, we covered all the topics, man. We covered all the topics pretty early. As you may already know, the Cabana Podcast is only an hour and 30 minutes. I try to make it comfortable for everybody. I'm not trying to, I'm trying to go at 6 o'clock and just be 1 hour and a half. I have a video I got to edit for tomorrow too, right? So I got to take my time. With that and all that good stuff. But it's 7:18 right now. I'll probably be 12 more minutes in stream and all that good stuff. So, guys, you got any questions that you about any of the topics we spoke about today, or maybe just any other questions? Whatever you want to ask me, maybe a personal question or whatever like that. As long as it's not my social security, that I will never give that out. Of course not. I shouldn't do that, right? No, but seriously, guys, if you guys got any questions on the comments, if you guys want to talk about something, if you guys want to go ahead and ask me something, I am more than happy to answer any of your questions. But yeah, man, I'll be going off in 11 minutes. 11 minutes. Credit card? Sorry, Andres, man. I know what you're trying to do. I know you're trying to get every single Switch game that comes out, especially the Pokemons. I know you're trying to do that, but hey, man, I am as broke as you are right now. I am broke as hell, man. I was, a business owner with being a broke ass, right? Well, it's all right. It's all right. I'll survive. Oh man. But yeah, Andres, when we were talking about Pokemon, I was just so amazed on how Pokemon can be so strategic. Now thanks to Andre, guys, everybody, those who are still in the chats, in the live stream, those of you, if Andres restart ever challenges you to a Pokemon duel, when it comes to like the games and all that, man, be afraid. Like the Undertaker would say, be afraid. Be very afraid. This guy is a monster. He knows all about Pokemon. He knows a lot about Pokemon, like way too much. Serious question. What made you... okay, so Andres has a serious question. Let's see what's up. Serious question. What made you decide to try to get into YouTube on the YouTube game? You mean like YouTube gaming? Like be a YouTuber? You mean like do make YouTube videos about games and stuff like that? Is that what you mean, Andres? Well, if that's what you mean, I love video games, brother. I mean, I've always been a gamer in my whole life. I've always been a gamer. I've been gaming since I was literally. I've been gaming since I was like 5, something like that. And I remember I've said this a bunch of times, but my very first game was Super Mario Brothers 3, and that's basically the game that got me into gaming. technically my first game, my first game was a SWAT Cats Tiger, one of those like little Tiger consoles. Yeah, I had one of those. It was like a SWAT Cat themed Tiger game, and it was bad, bro. It was horrible. It was horrible. But since Super Mario Brothers 3, I started gaming. I stick with Nintendo for most of my gaming, but it got to the point, like, I think I spoke to you about this. When it comes to the Wii era, I just stopped playing Nintendo games. I hated it. And then the Wii U, I purchased one, but I didn't hate it that much, but I just didn't like it. I just gave it away. I mean, it was just a waste of space, in my opinion. So there you go. I've always been a gamer forever, dude. I've always been a gamer. All right. Okay. So, you mean like just being a YouTuber, Andres? Well, just being a YouTuber. Well, being a YouTuber, I decided to be. Well, I became a YouTuber because I was doing a project with one of my best friends. And he had some idea, and we had some ideas about doing. He likes writing comic books and all of that, right? So I've always been very good when it comes to like doing plots, stories and stuff like that. I mean, so I've been told. I don't know if I consider me okay. I consider myself okay, but a lot of people think I'm great. So I was giving him ideas, and I told him, let's create a YouTube channel, where you can share your comics, where you can share, we can do animation. I can do animations. And that's the other channel that I have, the Podcast Dojo. And I used to do animations at first, but then I decided that I was not going to do it because it just takes way too long to release a single 3-minute animation, So from that point, it just went on and went on. And, we discovered exactly what the Podcast Dojo, like, again, which is my other channel, should be. And hey, I mean, we discovered that the topics that we enjoyed and that would attract more people were going to be talking about mysteries of life, talking about abandoned locations, the history, of abandoned places, just mysteries in life as a general, like, for example, why, like I told you on the live stream you did on Monday, there is a video that I talk about, why the Colombian authorities, let one of Pablo Escobar's, hand right man, why they let him free, like those type of mysterious things of life, I like to talk about that. So that's why, so the Podcast Dojo became, and from an animation, channel, it became to that type of channel. And I mean, over there, I get tons of views, well, not tons and tons of views. That's subjective. I mean, you may think that 1,000 views is not a lot, but I do get, like from 2,000 and up, and we're almost 2,000 subscribers. But I feel like, I'm not saying that I hate talking about those things, but I mean, gaming is always going to be my biggest passion. So that's why I wanted to do my own separate channel, talking about gaming and stuff. So Anne is asking me a question. Should I be scared? Should I not be scared? Should I just... All right. Are you going to stream Smash? Do you want me to stream Smash, Anne? If you want me to, I'll do it. But I wasn't planning to stream Smash, but if you want me to stream it, if you guys want me to stream Smash, I'll try to stream Smash. The problem is that my capture card, I'm gonna be quite honest with you guys, my reception sucks. I am in this office right here, and my router is pretty close to my computer, and for some reason I have really, really bad connection to internet. But I will do everything in my power in order for me to stream Smash, if that's something that you guys want, right? So, and what are you afraid of? And come on, I don't know. I don't know what I'm afraid of. When it comes to like when it comes to like talking like your questions, stuff like that, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. I'm not really afraid of. The only thing I can. Okay, so here is a secret of mine. Okay, so you kids are gonna learn something from your guy Ray Cabana today. I am scared of rodents. Okay, I am scared of rats. Okay, I hate rats. I don't hate rats because they're ugly or anything like that. I just hate rats and some other rodents because of what they can do to you. You know, they're so small, they're tiny, but they can kill you. And not just, it's not necessary. Yeah, with a single bite, you can get sick. If you touch their urine, you can get sick. So because of that, I really am afraid of rodents. But I'm not afraid of, I'm not afraid of your questions or anything like that. And I just like to bother you. I just like to mess with you. That's all. That is all. Anyways, guys, we're gonna be wrapping up this live stream right now, this Cabana podcast. Thank you so much, those of you who came to the live stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. Again, if some of you are not subscribed to to Nerdy Cabana, I really appreciate your subscription. If you guys like, to hang out with me, or if you haven't seen any of my content, go to my channel, check it out, and if it's something that you think you're gonna be able to support, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, man. I would really appreciate it, and we will always be able to hang out over here at the Cabana Podcast on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. But this is Ray Cabana wishing all of you guys, every single one of you guys, a blessed one. Thank you, guys. Take care.